Now we are live. We're not live before. Hello, everyone. This is Cedar Pro here, Cedar Professionals. I want to first of all say thank you so much for joining us here today. Now we are live. We're not live before. We're rehearsing now. We're behind the stage. I want to say congratulations to England for beating Wales. You've gone on to your next level. Well, I wish you all the best. I don't like football anyway. I don't watch football. I'm more interested in the scores. Give me the scores, makes me happy. Sitting down
Exactly.
to watch a match for that long, to me, I don't like football, but don't take it out on me. The amazing thing, I'll tell my friends I don't like football, but you know, Wembley Stadium is not too far from where it's amazing, you know. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. So today's topic is very
Very, very, very strong topic. I think is
yeah,
important for people to realize. But before we do that, again, guys, we are Cedar Professionals, and what we do is to
yeah,
train groups, organizations, and individuals like yourself
yeah,
on
yeah,
the core skills you need to be successful, employable, and most of all, achieve your career and financial objectives. And we often say this that we're not theorists, we are practitioners. So our goal is very simple to bring you the experiences and the knowledge that you need in order to be successful. So one of the things I want to talk to you about today is how do you choose between the two, project management and business analysis? How do you
that's
choose
it.
between the two? We are here to give you some clarity on that. So, Soji, do you want me to fire on or you want to?
No, you go on, you go on, you go on.
Okay. All right, guys. So, project management and business analysis. I think one of the things that people have to realize that they are all solutions within an organization. Right?
Yeah,
Project managers actually do something specific, whilst business analysts also do something specific. So, how do you choose which one?
okay.
You got to know who you are as a person. Very important because project managers tend
Yeah,
to be a people, or
yeah,
people person, whilst business
hmm,
analysts tend to be more of analytical and thinking. It doesn't mean that business analysts don't like to talk to people or engage. It just
yeah,
means that they are more, um, they are very much out there in thinking and analyzing problems here and there. But one
yeah,
thing you've got to realize is that um, project managers are people that have specific skills, whilst
yeah,
business analysts have specific skill sets, and then the tools that they use are different. Both of them use similar tools, but at the same time they are different. There's a way
hmm,
they think that is different.
yeah,
So you've got to realize that there's a lot happening that you need to know the differences between the two and know where you fit
yeah,
in. Number one, because of your core skills. Number two, because of what comes natural for you, and also the skill sets that you've developed. So it's very, very important for you to do certain things.
yeah,
Uh, if you're going to be able to know which one to choose. But one thing
yeah,
that we do at Cedar Pro is what we train people on both project management and business analyst skills. And the
yeah,
reason is because we want you to have an idea of what both of them look like. And
yeah,
then in the process, when
yeah,
you are in your practicals, you will be able to find yourself naturally fitting into as a project manager or as a
yeah,
business analyst, because we have people that come in and they say they are project managers and eventually change their mind and say they are business analysts.
yeah,
There's a lot
yeah,
that goes on, for people to actually come to a place. And it's a progression. You might start out with a lot of confidence that you're very strong in this area, but then naturally feel like, oh, I actually think further on, I might work a little bit much more better here. So you,
yeah.
you need to have that training. And this is why
Hmm.
the first place to know how to determine the two is to come to Cedar Pro. You come to
That's it.
Cedar Pro, we will help you identify your core skills
Hmm.
and strengths. And then also we'll put you on a program that is called PMBA. By the way,
Hmm.
just by the side, our PMBA class is starting on Saturday.
Yeah,
And yeah, you are we're more than happy to have people come in, between now and Thursday, I think latest, you
yeah,
know, and we will put you in a place where you can learn. We'll put you in a
yeah.
place where you can learn. We put you in a place where
That's
you
it.
can actually see yourself,
Hmm.
participating in the group meetings, in the interviews, processes, and all that stuff. Again, to help you identify whether you're a project manager or you're a business analyst. But I
That's it.
think it's also very important, and at this point, to highlight what a project manager does, and then also
Yeah.
what a business analyst does. So a project manager typically works with what we call the project life cycle. And the project life cycle starts with the initiation phase, then you go to the planning, the implementation, the execution monitoring, and then the closure.
Yeah.
Okay. And at this particular point, what you are talking about here is the capacity to actually take a project through these processes and then ensure that the project is delivered. You know, you're going to be dealing with different things and different people at different stages, and you're going to find out that you are, you know, solving different problems at the initiating phase where you're determining the scope, at the planning stage where you're actually putting together a schedule, at the implementation stage where you're executing your plans, at the monitoring stage where you're monitoring and managing things, and then at the closure is done, the project is done. You know, so you know, as a project manager, you have to have core competencies like management, like leadership, like planning, like execution. You know, this is core competencies that you have. On the contrary, as a business analyst, you are what we call a solution provider. You are somebody that brings value by identifying the organizational need, and more importantly, by also ensuring that you prefer the right solutions for them. So one thing you've got to realize is that to be a business analyst, you have to go through this specific process. Number one is gathering requirements. Number two is transforming requirements. And number three is finalizing requirements. What do we mean? As a business analyst, you have to talk to people, engage with different stakeholders, gather requirements, do all kinds of things that are geared towards ensuring that you understand what the problem is. Okay. Then you now move to the second stage, which is transform the requirements that you've gathered. That requirement that you've gathered, actually, you're going to now analyze it and you're going to put it in models. This will help you to be able to actually be communicative with people. And then finally is the communication and the approval stage, which is the finalizing of requirements. At this particular stage, you're basically getting the approval of all the stakeholders who you sought for their input at the beginning, and letting them know that you've actually understood and you brought to bear what they were all sharing. So these are different skills. One is very analytical. The other one is leadership and management. One is very, you know, sitting down and asking questions. The other one is telling people what to do. You know, it doesn't mean that there are not interchangeable characters here and there and skill sets, but it just simply means that you have to know the nuances of these things. So very, very simply, project managers and business analysis are the same, and project managers and business analysts are different. They are different in nuances in terms of skill sets, tools that you use, and they're also different in the terms of the mindset and the things you do on a day-to-day basis. But fundamentally, both of them are solving problems, you know, at the core of it. So how do you choose? You get on a program like Cedar Pro, you understand what it is that we teach people. We show you your skill sets, your strengths, your weaknesses, and then we also put to a point where we actually demonstrate what it is that you are doing in terms of we share with you both PMBA classes so that you can learn the key skills that you need to learn in order to be successful. You know, so do you want to share something here at this point?
Yeah, I think you've given the important points that people need to be aware of, because the most important thing is being able to locate where you are supposed to be or where you ought to be. So by the time you come in to Cedar Pro, we help you locate where you ought to be. Because the thing about it is that if you can decide to go in and become a business analyst and find that you're really struggling in that role because the competency check has not been done on you. You've just felt, you know what, somebody came to me, sold me the idea to become a business analyst, and I just, took everything, hook, line, and sinker, and I went straight in. You've got to, first of all, carry out a competency check of yourself, carry out a gap analysis, look at your matrix, training matrix, and find out where exactly you are deficient, so that you can focus on, either you focus on your areas of strength and leave those areas where you are having issues, so that you can build up your areas of strength. And the good thing about it is that when you come into Cedar Pro, you find that candidates who have worked for us in different sectors, some of them in NHS, Sky, Amazon, Google, Newham Council, Manchester United, handle different projects with the government, different projects with individuals. The good thing about them is that early enough, they locate where they ought to be. And once you locate where you ought to be and what you have to do, it's easy for you to just go in the line of that career. I always tell people something. Don't use other people's career to judge yourself. You can use them as a mentor, but don't look at it like, you know what, I've got to just follow the path of this person. If you're not good with figures, why are you putting yourself in a place where you've got to be using figures every time? If you're not good with speaking with the public, why putting yourself in a place where you need to be speaking with the public every time? Instead, why don't you go to a place where you have the strength and later build up your strength and later come back to where you want to get into? So choosing the path of a business analyst or a project manager, the first thing you have to do, just like Mr. Anthony said, is carry out a competency check of yourself. Get into a place like Cedar Pro, find out what exactly we are doing for the people who are working with us, just as the job is scrolling through the screen. How are these people getting into this role? What are we teaching them? What are we telling them that is making them get into this role? So whoever is listening to us now, just make sure you take advantage of it, because registration is currently ongoing for the next training class, which is starting on Saturday. So call to take advantage of the 50% discount. What we've done this period is this: from now to the end of December is all 50% discount for everyone who will take advantage of it. Now, don't forget to write in YouTube 1. Just put there YouTube 1 as when you put your name as the payment reference, tell them, you know what, I'm calling for the 50% discount. So YouTube 1. When you put it there, we just bring you in. But in getting back to the question again, you need to understand what these two job roles do. What is it that they usually do, or what is it that they do on a daily basis, and what do they carry out? Once you know what they do, they now find a way to carry out your own gap analysis and see if you really fit into those places. Anthony, I heard some students who say, oh, I can go into the place by faith, but you're going there without works, and faith without works is nothing. So you're going to make sure, because I tell students something. I'll say, listen, if you are the CEO of a company, would you hire you? That's the thing you need to ask yourself. If you know that you're not going to be hired, and you know that you as the CEO of a company, you can't hire somebody because you're bringing somebody in, your insurance depends on the person. The company is relying on you to be able to carry out the role that they've said you're getting into. So there's so much at stake, not with you because you're just an individual, with the company, with the organization. Because if you make any error or cause any error as a result of your own negligence, it comes back again to the company's insurance and it affects them. So think about it. Will I hire you? Will you hire you? So if you can hire you based on what you know now, then you're good to go. So it's very important. Take advantage of the 50% discount. We are Cedar Pro here, and Mr. Anthony is here. He is, he's a guru in what he does. So when he's doing it, you need to listen, and whatever he tells you, just follow it through, and you end up like one of those candidates.
Sorry, sir. Are you not a guru in what you do?
Yeah, That's it, So get in contact with us quickly, as soon as possible. Get involved in what you're doing. Registration is currently ongoing for the next training class. Like I said, call to take advantage of the 50% discount. If you call, in fact, let me do something for you. If you call between now and the end of this broadcast, that's before 12 midnight, now between now and end of this broadcast, you're getting 75% discount. We've even reduced it because we know that not many people will watch the broadcast now, or those that will watch it now, they might be hesitating and say, oh, do I do it? Do I not do it? Why you are thinking it's 12 midnight and then it's back again to 50%. You might not feel it, but you might say, well, 75% is not too far from 50%. It is. So we're talking about percentage. Yeah, it is. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Mr. Anthony, any last word or?
Guys, get involved. Our last, we're going to be closing the registration for this class that's happening on the 3rd. So get involved. And yes, if you're interested, by Thursday latest, you should get involved, get in contact with us, and we'll be able to sort of help you out, get you registered. Our class is starting on the 3rd, and like Mr. Oji has said, we're giving you 75% off. At the moment, the price is very, very good. So get involved and let's help you out. Yeah. All the best.
Now, don't forget, everyone that will register between now and 12 midnight, 75% off. And when you're registering, just give us a call and say YouTube1. So we know you. That's the password. That's the code. YouTube1. So when you call us, we'll ask you what's the code, YouTube1. Then we know that you're in. It's the 75% discount straight for you. Okay, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. We're going to be in Clubhouse tomorrow.
Yes.
So make sure you join us there.
And
awesome time. Okay, guys. I'll be seeing you. Thanks, Mr. Anthony, for always being around for the broadcast. I'll see you. And if you're watching us, join these candidates who are working in Sky, NHS, Amazon, Google, Newham Council, Manchester United, working for government and private clients. We'll be seeing you. Take care. Bye.
Yes, thank you. Okay, bye-bye.